Colorado.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, June 8th, and there is a beautiful shot of Lion's Head. Look how light it is out there right now with that sun coming up a little bit early, how green everything is getting. Those ski runs are identified. They're greening up, which means it is time to get out there and mountain bike, get out there and hike, enjoy that springtime, summertime activities that are out there on the mountain. Now, we're going to be going over today a lot of things that are going on in the community. So stay tuned for everything we have going on there. And if today is your birthday, June 8th, you're sharing that day with Kanye West, Joan Rivers, Nancy Sinatra, Jerry Stiller, Frank Lloyd Wright, and Boz Scaggs. So if today's your birthday, definitely happy birthday to you. And a lot of important things happened on this day. Back in 1889, cable cars began service in Los Angeles. So right before we got all that buses and all the heavy traffic going, that city was run with cable cars. Then in 1917, Walt Disney graduated from high school. So that inspiration to Mickey and Minnie Mouse and everything going on at the Disneyland and Disney World happened when Walt Disney graduated from high school on this day in 1917. Then in 1969, Rolling Stones replaced their lead guitarist Brian Jones with Mick Taylor, who played with that band through 1974. So a lot of things going on this date back in history, but today we're going to be talking about a lot of fun things going on in the community. We've got 3 guests that are going to be in today. We've got our very own fearless leader, Danielle Turner, in studio today, so I'm going to have the pleasure of speaking with her. Then Dan is going to be able to speak with Claire Noble, who is the Public Relations Manager and Public Information Officer for Eagle County, to find out what's going on in our local county government. And then the musical talents and favorite local band, Runaway Grooms, are going to be here as well, so we can talk to them about some upcoming acts that they've got going on and maybe some new albums they've got working. Last time they were in, they got to play a little bit for us and tell us about some new releases they had coming up. So today I'm sure we'll hear some good things coming out of that band. But without further ado, we're going to talk about some local weather, because things are definitely changing out there with the weather coming up. We talked about getting out on the mountain from the look of Lion's Head, how everything was greening up. So looking at the weather, a lot of really, really fun things coming on. Today, 8 a.m., 51 degrees, a high today of 75 degrees with that full sun. But there's going to be some gusty winds out of there, west-southwest at 15 to 20 miles an hour. So just be on the lookout for that as those wind gusts kind of happen. They picked up yesterday afternoon a little bit, and I'm sure they're going to do the same today, but they're going to die down a little bit later in the evenings. Looking at the weather by the hour, we're looking at full sun all day long. 73 degrees is going to be the warmest temperature coming up there at 4 p.m. today. Tonight, only a low of 49 degrees. And like I said, look at those winds. They're going to die down to a south-southeast 5 to 10 miles an hour. So not a lot going out there as far as the winds. Now, this is the story that we want to look at, a beautiful 5-day forecast. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 77 degrees. Friday, mostly sunny, 80 degrees. Saturday, 80, full sun. Sunday, mostly sunny, 78 degrees. So if you're out there enjoying some of those wonderful activities that we're going to cover a little bit later, one of them being the Gopro Mountain Games, you're going to have nothing but great, great temperatures moving out of the weekend into Monday, full sun and 76 degrees. So quite a forecast coming up for the next 5 days. That's your 5-day forecast, sponsored by Sun and Ski Sports. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Live life to the fullest and relax with Simply Massage.
With the lowest prices in the Vail Valley, there is something for everyone. We offer Swedish deep tissue massages, neuromuscular, reflexology, and cupping. Treat yourself to aromatherapy with essential oils or CBD oils. We offer 60 or 90-minute packages. Go to simplymassage.com or call 970-748-1600 to book an appointment today.
Get up, get ready to start your
Love the Good Morning Vail jingle? We want to hear you sing it. Enter our Good Morning Vail Sing the Jingle contest, sponsored by TV8 Vail and always Mountain Time. You could have a chance to win some fabulous prize packages and come perform your version live on Good Morning Vail to a panel of celebrity judges. For more information and all the contest rules, go to tv8vail.com.
Home in the Rockies has it all.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We just went through that forecast. It looks absolutely amazing, Dan, on what's happening out there to enjoy all the activities in this lovely valley that we know and love so much.
Absolutely. It's getting really, really exciting to see the warm weather, watching the rivers raging. Exciting for all the happenings this week.
Yeah, I tell you, the river is really going. You look down at the Eagle River, you go into Vail, look at Gore Creek, it's rocking and rolling. So
I love driving through Dow Junction, and you can see the water rising up on that train bridge, and it's getting closer and closer to the bottom every day.
Exactly. Well, there's a lot going on. So one of the big outdoor events that we love is the Ford Amphitheater. And I tell you, this year they have got an incredible lineup. They pulled out all the stops and got everybody in. You've got local favorite coming up soon, Government Mule, playing with Warren Haynes and Grace Potter. Now, that is going to be a great show. But look at the lineup that's on the screen right now. You've got Primus coming in. That is going to be amazing. So as we click through this, definitely get out there, get your tickets now. We keep saying that. It seems like a month ago we started talking about the amphitheater kicking up. And if you haven't got your tickets now, you may be too late, because I know some of these were pretty close to being sold out.
Always. I mean, the Amp is a great place to see a show. I'm going to be at the Humphrey Show. Pretty excited about that. Yeah. And everything coming up is it's just so much to look forward to.
Can't wait. So get out there, get your tickets, go to the website. You can go to discovervail.com and check out everything that's going on. If you've got a question, want to get to one of these events we're talking about. Another thing is the Vale Performing Arts Center. We've got John Fogerty coming in, Kenny G, Shaky Graves, just to list a few, but they've always got, whether it's musical acts, magicians, we just had Cinderella there by the local production company, which was an incredible, fun event to go to, but that's so intimate, and the sound, the acoustics, there's not a bad seat in the house.
Not at all. I actually, you said Cinderella, and I was going back to 80s rock, not the play. I was like, that's not a Valar thing, but
playing with Tesla, I'm sure.
But Valar is always a great place to see a show, no matter who it is, and that's coming up and exciting to see.
Yeah, if you want to know what's going on there, go to valarpac.org, and that'll show you the lineup and everything happening there. A lot of fun events, so make sure you get up there in Beaver Creek, located just below the skating rink. Real easy to get to, so check that out. Now, another thing that we've got that's just started yesterday, the GoPro Mountain Games. And I know the TVA team was out there yesterday shooting some B-roll. They were up there, dual slalom mountain bike race. What a great course that they made there. So you can go on and see all the things going on there at summermountaingames.com, whether you're into dock dogs, the dual mountain bike that's going on right now. They've got climbing, they've got mountain bike races, they've got trail running. Whatever you're into, hey, and if you're just a spectator, get out there and check it out. The village over there in Vail has got all the vendors set up. So obviously Gopro has their big van there, but a lot of things going on. So go on there, summermountaingames.com, to find out the events and the times and everything going on, because there's absolutely something for everyone. And with these beautiful temperatures, there's no reason why you shouldn't be out.
Without a doubt. Get to go watch people that are professionals at all the amateur things that we do, the reasons we live here, but get to go see somebody who actually knows what they're doing out there.
Yeah, from pros to Joes, you got it all out there.
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a good week.
Now, another great event that's coming up on the 18th is Pride in the Park. It goes from noon to 7 p.m., and this is going to be a fun event. The last couple of years it was kind of down a little bit because of COVID, kept everybody, so they are ready to get out there in full pride. So if you want to do yoga, if you want to see a great drag show, if you want to DJ, dance around, this is the place to be. June 18th, Nottingham Park, Avon, Colorado, 12 to 7 p.m. A lot of fun things going on there. So mountainpride.org is the website if you want to go on and check out the schedule. We've got it up on the screen right there, but they've got everything listed out. And they've also got some events outside of this to kick it off. So everything on the website there. But June 18th, Nottingham Park, Avon, Colorado, from noon to 7 p.m. All this stuff taking place. So make sure you get out there and enjoy that Pride in the Park. Now, another great event, let's kick it back over to Vail, is the Vail Farmers Market. Have you been to that?
Oh, as much as I can get there.
I tell you, the food, the fun, they've got booths set up. If you're into different artisans and crafts and things like that, it's a place to be. But the farmers that bring in the produce, absolutely incredible. So get out there. It's going on between June 19th and October 2nd on every Sunday from 9:30 to 3:30. VailFarmersMarket.com if you need any information on that. But we've got it up on the screen for you right now. Get out there, and nothing's better. Those big heirloom tomatoes.
The smells that come. Sometimes I forget that the farmer's market's going on. I'll get to Vail and I hear the smells hitting me, and I'm like, I got to get down there. I got to walk, do at least one pass by, see what I can eat, what I can get. It's always a wonderful thing on Sundays in the summer in Vail.
My buddy Riley, who owns Hooked Up in Beaver Creek, always has some paella or something going on, and it's the first thing you smell coming out of the garage there. So get out there and get some fresh produce, see some of the artisans and support local out there. Great time there in Vail Village. The other thing going on, let's get outside of Vail, let's get outside of Beaver Creek, let's go over to Leadville. Leadville and Twin Lakes always has some fun things going on. They put on a great July 4th, which is coming up, but they've got Boom Days coming up, and that is going to be a lot of fun. That's a 3-day festival. They're really celebrating the 1881 gold and silver rush that took place up there in Leadville that absolutely established that town to what it is today.
What we have here, just in our community, every day I keep getting reminded how grateful I need to be.
Right.
We're doing the mountain games. We've got Nottingham Park, and then you bring up Leadville. It's like, oh, right, I got to go do a 14er.
Yeah.
We got to get going around. There's all kinds of things happening. Summer in this valley is always so amazing.
So you got the arts and entertainment, you've got the athleticism going on with the games, and then you got the historic aspect of everything that surrounds us here. So something absolutely for everyone. If you're a local, there's something absolutely to do every single weekend. If you're looking and thinking about visiting, this is the lineup to look at to decide what weekend or what week you want to come spend in our beautiful valley to enjoy everything that's going on.
It's always a fun time. It's always getting busier and busier. We almost don't even have an off season anymore. Those roundabouts,
it's kind of blended right in.
It's so great, and it's great to see. It's great to see people coming back to the valley after the last 2 years. Yep. We're already busy. The grocery stores are already packed. You're thinking it's wintertime. Yep. It's really exciting. It's really fun. The best time of the year, if you ask me.
Absolutely. So get out there, enjoy all the beautiful weather we have and all these wonderful activities that make this valley the world-class destination that everyone knows and loves. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Hi, my name is Tegan Davis with the Eagle Valley Library District, inviting you to get a library card at any of our branches, Avon, Eagle, or Gypsum Public Libraries. If you're a visitor, a full-time resident, or just here for work, you can get a library card just by stopping in and bringing your photo ID. With your library card, you can check out anything in our libraries as well as our online collection. For more information, please visit evld.org.
In the heart of the Vale Village, on the corner of One Willow Bridge Road, across from Solaris, is Lamina Jewelry. We have one of the largest selections of designer, fine, and fashion jewelry in the Vail Valley. In addition to our unique and one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces, we have museum-quality fossils and minerals that you truly have to see to believe. We pride ourselves on our customer service and knowledge of your pieces. Come in as a customer, leave as a friend.
Good morning, Vale.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vale. As promised earlier in the show, we've got some special guests. And I am sitting here on the couch with our special very own Danielle Turner. Now, I always call you, Danielle, the general manager of TV8, but that's not even close to what you do because with Deerfield Media, that's many stations, and you are burning up the highway between Park City and Vail, Colorado. So let's hear a little bit more about what you do with Deerfield Media and TV8.
I just celebrated 10 years with Deerfield Media earlier this year. So Steve Mumble and I have been together for 10 years.
Yeah.
And kind of raised this thing from the ground up.
Now that's big, being with TV8, but being with Steve, you deserve some kind of an award.
Steve is wonderful.
He is.
We met when he purchased the station I was working at in Columbus, Ohio, 10 years ago. That was station number 1. TV8 Vail is our most recent acquisition, which we just celebrated our 1-year anniversary, and that was station number 11.
Yeah, I remember you sent the email out a couple weeks ago. We're celebrating our year anniversary. I can't believe it's gone by that fast.
I can't either. It's been an incredible ride so far.
Has. So there's been a lot happen since that 1 year. What's new and coming up?
I'm really excited. This weekend we are launching Saturday and Sunday Good Morning Vale broadcasts, which is something we've been talking about doing for the last year.
Right.
But you need time to get back and up and operational. So I'm really excited that we're able to do that this weekend. Kind of coincide that with Gopro games.
Right.
So lots to cover this weekend. So that'll be exciting, and you'll be able to find us every Saturday and Sunday at 7 a.m. in our normal spot.
Yeah.
And so with that, of course, we're bringing on some new hosts. Dan Fuda is your co-host this morning.
Absolutely.
That's one of our new faces. You've certainly had the opportunity to sit with Gretchen Pelshaw.
Oh, Gretchen's so much fun.
And then Liz Farron will be joining us, who is a local radio personality and comedian here in the Vail Valley. She'll be coming in once in a while to do some weekends. So the family's growing, and that's fun too.
And that's exciting. And being in the community, when I first started with TV8, everybody asked, when are you going to get on the weekends? When are you going to come on the weekends? Because that's when everybody's at home and the visitors are in town and they want to know what's going on. And so it's so nice to have that weekend programming.
Absolutely. I'm really excited that we were able to get that done.
Yep.
So that's certainly the big excitement. And then our local high school sports show, The Scoreboard, will be launching again next week to cover all of the summer activities. Now, I know that the school is out, but there's
Right.
plenty of activities to be done this summer.
Oh, there are, yeah.
And so we're excited to be bringing that back as well.
Nice, yeah. Eagle County and all the sporting events for youth have everything from mountain biking, trail running, swimming. It never stops.
Right.
And like Dan said earlier in the show, we don't even have an off season anymore. We just roll right from one into the next.
Season.
It's like there's no downtime.
No, there's no downtime anymore. One season to the next. and we're
then-
going to follow suit with that.
And then a hit that's been going on are all the new things you've added to the station. The Rise, new cooking segments with colorful cooking, which is just unbelievable additions.
Yes, it's been fun. We've done some sneak previews of the Rise here on Good Morning Vale. And so it's been fun to have that Dogs in a Pile as our first band.
Yep.
But more to come on that, of course. And yes, colorful cooking with Tracy, flashback on Vail Valley, which has been a fun look back at some old TV8 segments. I was real amused when I found one of you and Maddie from years ago when she interviewed you as a guest.
Oh, great.
And now here you are as co-hosts on this show. So you never know what's going to happen.
You just don't. It seems like yesterday when I was on and doing the epic local scene and then talking about some other things going on. Time flies when you're having fun.
When you're having fun.
Well, Danielle, thank you so much for joining me on the couch. And
it's a
thank you
pleasure.
again for everything you do. Happy 10th anniversary to you.
Thank you.
Happy 1 year anniversary to TV8.
Yes.
Great. Well, we are going to be back with more of what we just talked about with that new programming here on TV8.
Good morning, Vale.
Hi, I'm Danielle Turner, the Vice President and General Manager of TVA Vale.
And I'm Maddie Evans, host of Good Morning Vale.
We want to thank the Vail Valley for welcoming us back into their homes.
We're committed to bringing you the content you love, produced locally right here in our valley.
That's why we hope you stay tuned all summer long as we bring you expanded editions of Good Morning Vale, Flashback on Vail Valley, The Rise, the TVA Visitors Bureau, and brand new episodes of Colorful Cooking.
And a big thank you to the advertisers who have supported us along the way.
If you'd like to join us on our journey, check us out at tv8vale.com, across all of our social media platforms, or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day than with Good Morning Vale Crew. Get your news, sports, weather, dining, community events, and so much more. We'll start your morning off right at 7 a.m. And now you can find us 7 days a week. You bring the coffee, we'll bring the fun. Live stream us at tv8vale.com or watch us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vale.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vale. So happy to have Claire Noble here from the Eagle County Government, local public relations manager. How are you, Claire?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Dan?
Doing wonderful. So glad to have you here. Finally having some great weather in the valley. We've got all kinds of happenings going on. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on in our county?
Yeah, so since you brought up the weather, I'd like to talk a little bit about it. I had the opportunity to spend some time in Grand Junction yesterday with our weather office. For the National Weather Service, our office is out of Grand Junction, and it was a fascinating session. So one of the things we talk about a lot in the wintertime is La Nina. Like, we want a La Nina because we think that's going to bring us, it gives us a chance for more snow. Well, we're still in a La Nina pattern. And I know probably a lot of folks who are watching are kind of familiar with what that is, but just for the folks who may not be, it means the surface temperature of the Pacific, kind of off the coast of South America, maybe off the coast of Chile, is colder. And so what that does is it actually affects our weather pattern here in the Northern Hemisphere. And what that means for the summer is that we should experience a little bit more precipitation, maybe. But the other thing that the patterns are looking at right now is that we should probably expect some hotter temperatures as well.
Two great things for the valley, hotter temperatures and moisture, things we all love.
Well, for those of us who have no AC in our homes, you know, the hotter temperatures, you know, let's keep within the normal average range. But yeah, so the other thing that we look for in the summertime is that monsoon. And so what I didn't realize is they determine the monsoon, or what they're looking for is the atmospheric moisture to build over Arizona. And so they're starting to see that now. And so they're saying we're going to get a monsoon this season. I don't know if you remember in 2020, but we got skunked on the monsoon that year. And what it meant was a kind of a long, hot, dry summer. And of course, that's when the Grizzly Creek fire kicked off in August.
Yes.
So the thing that I think folks here should be watching for with this kind of weather pattern is, of course, everybody wants to be outside. You want to be outside hiking, biking, playing golf. But if we do have that monsoon coming in, you're going to have to be mindful of thunderstorm activity. And, you know, I've always heard if you're out hiking, you really need to be below tree line by 11 o'clock in the morning. You need to be headed back down the mountain because that 11 to 2 o'clock time frame is when we get a lot of that thunderstorm activity and the lightning.
Well, we're already starting to see it. Just a couple of days ago, it seemed like a monsoon, just cats and dogs for about an hour. I was a little worried. I live up on Buffalo Ridge, and I was a little worried we were going to see the mudslides again, just the way it was coming down. So it looks like it's already starting.
Dan, you're doing so great because you just set me up for the next thing I wanted to talk to you about, which is, of course, the Grizzly Creek burn scar in Glenwood Canyon. And the other people we heard from yesterday were from the National Geological Survey. And so what they did was they compared the conditions in the Grizzly Creek area with conditions for fires in California. Now, it's not exactly apples to apples because different climate patterns in both places. But what they see is a year out from a fire, the soil really has started to heal itself. Not completely, but it started to heal. So usually as time goes on, you get more vegetation and you get less chance of slides. Not no chance, but less chance. So looking at Grizzly Creek, of course, we had that huge slide last year. What I didn't realize is that a lot of that debris didn't come from the slopes. It came from the channel. What they're kind of hoping, and this is cautiously optimistic, is a lot of what was going to come down has come down. And right now, we're getting a lot of vegetation on a lot of the slopes, but it is uneven. There is parts of Glenwood Canyon. If you've driven through there recently, you'll see there's greenery up on the side of the hill. Actually, if you drive by Duck Pond Fire, just west of Gypsum, the ground cover is already coming in. Now, the trees are all burnt to a crisp, but the ground cover is starting to come in. So things to watch for in the summer, of course, lightning, flash flooding. You know, if we get these rains, flash flooding is always an issue. The folks in Avon are well aware of that because they had something come through right through the center of Avon. And then also watch for flash flooding coming through Glenwood Canyon, which might result in some debris flow.
Well, definitely. And I'm a rafter. I love being on the river. And I was a little sad to see what had happened through Glenwood Canyon, but they've been doing a good job trying to move some of that earth and get the flow of the river back to what we saw. But rivers are always changing, so.
Yeah, you know, CDOT has been taking some incredible photography showing just, you know, the equipment that normally when you're standing next to it is huge. And against that, you know, the project they had of mitigating all of that debris that had come down, the boulders, the size of a car, and then, of course, just the mountain of mud that came down.
There are so many things that happen in this valley that unless you live here, you just don't know. It's a common theme talking to family and friends back home, and they just kind of don't understand. And then when you live here and see things like this happening in real time, it's an amazing just the planet we live on. It's amazing to see just how incredible Mother Nature can be.
Yeah, and I think the message here is I'm not trying to scare anybody, just be prepared, be aware. There are resources to educate yourself and to get notifications. You know, if you sign up for EC Alert, you'll get notifications for red flag warnings and for flash flood warnings. So just there are resources to be informed. And we want people to come up here and enjoy the mountains. And actually, one of the big things we're looking for is really one of our marquee events of the summer, and that's the Fair and Rodeo coming up at the end of July.
Always a fun time.
Oh my gosh, we have a beautiful new website, Eagle County Fair and Rodeo. I invite people to go check it out because it is so much more than just, bull riding or, bareback riding or whatever. There's all kinds of open class fair things that people can, whether it's the largest zucchini or the best kombucha, there are so many different open class things that people can submit there. If you've got something going on at home that you're growing some great looking tomatoes or some other vegetables or flowers, or you're raising animals, there's a lot going on. We're also looking for volunteers if you want to volunteer. If you've got a daughter who's into horses and into rodeo, the royalty contest is coming up. In fact, the deadline to submit your application is this Friday.
Excellent, excellent. So if somebody wants to volunteer, how can they get a hold of you?
Go visit Eagle County Fair and Rodeo. It's, there's a tab that says get involved, and you'll see the volunteer, and you'll see all the signups. So you can sign up for ticket taking or, working in the Cowboy Cafe, all kinds of things.
Excellent, excellent. So if you want to volunteer, go ahead and check that out. I'm going to get out there and check out some of that mutton busting. Always a fun time for that. So, we'll be right back with a little bit more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vale.
Here at Sun & Ski Sports, we are all about helping you find the right gear for your best adventure. Come explore our selection of skis, snowboards, bikes, clothing, and footwear. Stop by our full-service shop to learn more about how we help keep your equipment at peak performance and our assortment of rentals. Remember, whatever your adventures may be, you can find all your gear here at Sun & Ski Sports. Call or visit us in Avon or Dillon or learn more at sunandski.com.
Hi, I'm Maddie Evans.
And I'm Kevin Shields, host of Good Morning Vail.
TVA is kicking into high gear this summer, launching some exciting new programming, like Flashback on Vail Valley, a nostalgic show taking a look at some old TVA segments.
We're also launching The Rise, a look behind the scenes with local and touring bands.
And don't forget to submit an entry to our Good Morning Vail Sing the Jingle contest.
No matter the season, we're here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Remember, you can always catch us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Live life to the fullest and relax with Simply Massage. With the lowest prices in the Vail Valley, there is something for everyone. We offer Swedish, deep tissue massages, neuromuscular, reflexology, and cupping. Treat yourself to aromatherapy with essential oils or CBD oils. We offer 60 or 90-minute packages. Go to simplymassage.com or call 970-748-1600 to book an appointment today.
Good morning, Vale.
Again of Lion's Head. Look how everything is just greening up. That is the key indicator that, yes, spring is here as we move into summer, and we talked about all the wonderful outside activities that are coming up, but nice and bright and green out there in Lion's Head. So get out there into Vail Village and check that out. Move over to Lion's Head. There's a lot going on. And again, we talked about the Gopro Mountain Games. A lot going on there in Vail Village, over in Minturn, and in Lion's Head later on this week with the Dock Dogs and everything happening there. Let's take a look at that local weather. Getting up today, 51 degrees, a high today, full sunshine and 75 degrees. Look out for these winds though. They're going to be a little bit gusty today, west-southwest, 15 to 20 miles an hour. So something just to be mindful of as you get out there. Looking at Vail by the hour, full sun all day long. 73 degrees there at 4 p.m. and then it's just going to slightly cool down at 8 p.m. We're not going to see those low temperatures that we've seen in the past. Only 49 degrees tonight as it starts to cool down in the evening. 8:32 is when that sun is setting, so we keep inching later and later to make those days a little bit longer and longer. Winds are going to die down out of the south-southeast 5 to 10 miles an hour, so we're not going to see those big gusts that we talked about, and we're going to see later in that afternoon as those hot temperatures start to move in around that 4 p.m. Now, this is something great to look at. This is our 5-day forecast. 77 degrees on Thursday, mostly sunny. Friday, mostly sunny, 80 degrees. Saturday, beautiful full sunshine day, 80 degrees. If you're going to get out there, like I said, in Lion's Head, enjoy some of those dock dogs and things going on with the Gopro mountain games. Moving into Sunday, mostly sunny, 78 degrees. Look at those lows, though. They're not low at all. 50s, 51 degrees. And then moving into Monday, a beautiful full sun day, 76 degrees. Low is only 42. So got rid of those below freezing temperatures as we move into the warmer weather now. And that is a beautiful, beautiful 5-day forecast. Again, sponsored by Sun and Ski Sports. If you're out there looking for some outdoor equipment, no better place to go than Sun and Ski Sports here in Avon, Colorado. Now, we talked about some of the new programming we have here on TV8, and one of those is called The Rise, which looks back at some of those local bands that have passed through town and left their mark on our beautiful valley. Let's take a look and see what's happening on The Rise.
Hi there, my name is Joe Babick. I play drums for Dogs in the Paw. I'm 19 years old. I was brought up in a pretty musical family. My dad played in a lot of bands when he was younger, and my mom was just a huge fan of music as well. And so yeah, I was always exposed to live music and stuff like that. My uncle's bands I would always go out to see and eventually would start sitting in with, and that was some of my first opportunities playing live music in public venues. The drums were just always the coolest instrument to me, you know, and it always just seemed like the most fun to play, and you know, it's pretty much it. It just looked like a good time. Some of my biggest influences would have to be obviously starting around the Grateful Dead, and was what got me into improvising and playing with other people. But going back further than that, started with the classics like Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and Kiss, a lot of Kiss, you know, all stuff like that, Queen, all the classic rock and metal stuff. So me and Jimmy, we go way back. Our parents grew up together and went to high school together, and eventually started seeing Grateful Dead concerts with each other. And, you know, we grew up together pretty much, and started playing music together eventually. Jimmy would play in bands his whole life, pretty much, and I was there for a good amount of them to see him and to see him up there, and it was just very inspirational as a young kid, because I'm a good amount younger than him. And, yeah, he definitely, you know, kicked me into it a little bit, just seeing him doing it, and it was a great thing. And then yeah, eventually we'd start jamming together, and then I was in a band at the time, and we would start jamming. It was really just like a side gig, and I would do fill-in gigs for his other band when their drummer couldn't make it, and then yeah, eventually it just became more serious, and we all really fell in love with the idea of the group and decided to make it our full-time main project. But the band sound as a whole, I don't know, you know, there's got to be power, and there's got to be feeling, there's got to be emotion behind it, and there's got to be, you know, a groove and something everyone can move to and feel inside of themselves. And you know, that's what you try to provide, but you know, it's a working process, and there's always room for improvement. And you know, I'm young, I'm working on it, that's for sure. Some of my favorite Dogs tunes to play would have to be something like Tilly and Ben Strange. Those two, they get kicking, and the drum parts are pretty fun. And you know, all the improv sections also are always real fun. Some of my favorite Dogs gigs have definitely been at like places like House of Independence and the Stone Pony, which are both very close to home here in Jersey, and also places like Putnam Place up in Saratoga in New York. Last 2 gigs we played there were great, and the people there are just so cool and hospitable and super nice. And so someone I really look up to in music is Frank Zappa. Is, you know, just all of his music, his compositions, and just his live performances. All the bands throughout the years are just so awesome and inspiring as a musician. It's definitely someone who I wish was still around to be able to play with someday, you know, but that's a very intimidating drum throne to sit in. During a lot of the improv, it's weird how we tend to communicate on stage, because sometimes it's visual. We'll look at each other and give a look, or like give some sort of a hand signal. But it's weird because the rest of it that isn't all visual communication is all just from listening, and that's when things get really interesting, is when we pretty much let ourselves strictly rely on listening to each other to get from place to place in an improv section like that. And it's an interesting feeling when it gets cool, but also it's tough sometimes, because when you're in it, sometimes it doesn't feel like what it is, and then you go and you listen back, you're like, wow, that was crazy, that was really cool. But yeah, you know, it's a great feeling when it's all moving together as one thing. And make sure you come check us out this summer out there in Colorado. We got a lot of great stuff coming. Check out our merch, check out our website, dogsinthepileofficial.com. Check us out on Instagram, Dogs in the Pile Band, and Facebook and whatnot.
Thank you.
Good morning, Vale.
Regardless of the season, TV8 is here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vale at 7 a.m. and stay for Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller. We're bringing you lifestyle and news with Daily Flash, The Tech Show, Jet Set, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave during our afternoon sports block from 4 to 7 p.m. daily. Find us every day, all day, on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92 or streaming live at tv8vale.com. There's more for you on 92.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Hi, I'm Lori Barnes, Director of Vail Public Library, and I invite you to join us here at our library to find materials in multiple formats, fiction, nonfiction, children's, periodicals. There's a plethora of materials here for you. The way you get that is through your library card. If you are visiting, living, working in the Vail Valley, you are welcome to have a library card. Simply come in with your photo ID and we will serve you and allow us to transform you at Vail Public Library.
Good morning, Vale.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vale. As we talked earlier in the show, we have some special guests here in the studio. We have on the couch with me right now some amazing musical talent, the Runaway Grooms. Gentlemen, welcome.
You're
back.
Thanks for having us back.
We're here.
So introduce yourselves, and let's introduce the other members of the band that couldn't be here this morning because they're sleeping in.
They're sleeping. I'm Zach.
I'm Justin.
And we've got Cody and Adam are the sleepers today.
Yeah. Now let's talk about your music a little bit. You've played here at TV8 on camera before. How would you describe your music?
Americana jam. So we kind of like. We kind of pride ourselves in like a foundation of Americana roots, just like folk and rock, more traditional songwriting. And then we kind of create room within the music for instrumentation to also have its like share of, or its voice, you know. So that's how we like to think of it.
And like kind of different layers of harmony just put right in there.
Yeah.
So unique, so much energy and passion that goes into it. Now, I said you're back. Where were you?
Yeah, we were on the Southeast tour. We went from Texas all the way down to Louisiana and all the way to Florida and up to Alabama and back to Tennessee to record we recorded a EP up there with our good friend Jeremy Horn, who has an incredible studio. And we blew a transmission on the way. we blew the new transmission again. So we've had a little bit of a roller coaster ride when it comes to that, but it feels good to be settled back into Colorado. We got a ton of good shows coming up. We just finished Block Party, and that was just an incredible hometown throwdown.
Yeah, get back to Eagle and just rock out. The transmission, blowing the transmission, that's the stories you write songs about.
That's right.
Just constant. It's like, remember that.
Yeah, totally.
For sure. The second one was a little bit of a punch to the stomach. You roll with it, that's what you got to do.
Just roll with the punches.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I'm glad you're back. Now, you talked about being an Eagle, but tomorrow you're in Vail Village there at Checkpoint Charlie's.
So we're playing 2 sets tomorrow at the Gopro Mountain Games, 2:30 and 4 p.m. at Checkpoint Charlie's. Come out and hang out with us. We're going to be rocking it. It's my first GoPro Mountain Games. Justin's played it before. So
it's always a good time.
I'm excited to be a part of it.
The energy's there.
Everybody's
psyched.
And you'll dial it in too. You'll just kick it up a few notches and get some of those athletes going in the spectators.
Totally.
Get them out there. Now, I think the last time I remember when I was on Good Morning Vale and you came in, it was right before the holidays and you'd released a couple albums. What's happened since then?
Go ahead.
Yeah, we released Violet Lane.
Right.
And previous before that was Tied to the Sun, but Violet Lane was us as a 5-piece, so us as the new band, and then it's done really well. And then since then we've released a live album from Boise, Idaho. We played a really cool show at the Sapphire Room, and just trying to get as much content out there to keep people interested and to keep ourselves interested.
Right.
We have, and then this new one is very much. It has. I love it because it's got a great blend of Violet Lane and Tied to the Sun, where it's got this real good feel of traditional songwriting, like we were talking about, and it's got great meaning with the lyrics, and then it's got really kind of punchy instrumentation that I think people are going to really like it.
Nice. Well, something unique with Good Morning Vale and TV8 is we get a lot of outside visitors that are in the Valley maybe for the first time that don't know a lot about what we do here and the Runaway Grooms. Give me a little background how this whole thing got started.
Wow. For sure. It started with me, Zach, and Adam. We were just jamming in the we were just jamming. You know, I was on a cajon, a little wooden box, and these guys were on acoustic guitars, you know, and we started doing like VBC gigs and staying local. And then we met, a few years later, we met Zachy G and Cody Scott on the keyboard, and it just kind of changed the game for us.
Yeah.
And you know, here's been home, and since then, since they've joined, we've been doing national tours and trying to get our name out there to the world as an original band. You know, because we were doing a lot of covers here too, and doing our own stuff, but we wanted to really make a name for ourselves as an original band.
Well, you're doing a great job. The tour brings everything together, and you get that music out there and some notoriety. I'm sure everybody knows who you are right now.
We're starting to work it. We're working it. Yeah, it's. We like to see the hats. We like to see the shirts around town. So
Yep. Now, where's the next tour going to take you?
Well, before we leave Colorado for tour, we have a lot of Colorado shows coming up.
Yeah.
Starting with Vail this week, we're going up to Steamboat, down to Boulder. We've got Frisco. We're doing Avon Live. We're doing Fib Arc Festival down in Salida. Cervantes down in Denver. So we've got a whole bunch of Colorado shows coming up before we leave. When we do leave out, it's like mid-July, and we're kind of, it's a big zigzag, but Montana, all the way across to like Minnesota and Wisconsin and Chicago down. We're playing Floyd Fest in Floyd, Virginia.
Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah, I'm psyched about that.
Shooting up the East Coast. We've got D.C., New York City, Boston, hometown for these guys.
Nice. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
All the way up to Vermont, and actually up to Maine, actually.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
For that next tour.
Now, if someone wants merch, they want to find out where you're at, what's your website?
TheRunawayGrooms.com.
Right.
And
Simple.
It has everything, tour dates, merch. I actually wore this shirt today. We had a fan in Memphis, Tennessee. Every time we pass through, he always makes custom merch for us.
Nice.
And he made these shirts and gave them to us. And
shout out to Zach.
Shout out to Zach.
Well, thanks for coming on the show this morning, guys. Get the oil checked in that transmission before you head back out on tour. But as always, it's great to have you in. Good to hear you had a great tour and ready to head out again. Stay local here to Colorado for a while before you head across the United States.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us on.
We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Hi, I'm Maddie Evans.
I'm Blake O'Rulian.
And I'm Brigham Harris.
Are you looking for high school and local sports recreational coverage? We've got you covered on the Scoreboard.
Tune in Tuesdays and Fridays at 6 p.m. and 10 p.m.
You can find it all on Park City TV, TV8 Vail, or at thescoreboardnation.com.
We'll see you there.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Hi, this is Maddie Evans, and you're watching the TV8 Visitors Bureau. Right here where I'm standing, we're at the Lions Head bus stop. Now, if you're looking to make your way from Lions Head to Vail Village, this is the place you want to be because the in-town bus runs here pretty frequently. You can catch it every 10 to 15 minutes on the dot right here, and they've got a nice countdown so that you'll know when that bus is approaching and how far away it is. And then there's multiple bus stops along the way, making sure you get to the right place. And all you have to do to request a bus stop in the in-town buses is pull the cord and you're set to get off the bus. Now that we've made our way here into Vail Village, you can go explore all of the great shops and restaurants that they have over here, but there are so many great stops along the way. On the in-town bus route, you can stop at the library, or you can stop at the medical center, or you can stop in Solaris. There are so many of them to stop and enjoy, and especially when the hustle and bustle of the town is taking place. Now, if you did park over in Lions Head, it's really easy. All you have to do is wait 15 minutes, jump right back on the bus, and it'll deliver you to the parking structure. Thank you so much for watching this edition of the Visitors Bureau. If there's anything else you need to know or if you want to see, make sure you contact us and we'll get it made for you. That's been it for this episode of the TV8 Visitors Bureau. We'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vale.
Dan, what a show we've had today.
Absolutely.
Great guests. We had our fearless leader, Danielle, in talking about some things going on with Deerfield Media and how long she's been here with the company. And then, you know, we just finished that first anniversary here, 1 year anniversary with TV8. You had Claire Noble in, who always knows everything going on in Eagle County. And then the Runaway Grooms. You can't say more. What a great band, great group of guys, and it's fun to see how they're out there and their success is really starting to build.
Love to see local bands start to grow and get so much bigger. I remember seeing them when they were just getting started, and to see them doing tours now, putting out more and more albums, it's great.
And how about those Gopro mountain games officially underway right now? A lot going on. I know with the kayaking, we got that's a shot of the creek. Now look at that thing roar. Now this is nothing to be messed with. This is something that is bringing that water in that's really compelling that kayak competition. So absolutely incredible there of the course that's going to take place through there. And again, that thing is roaring. So as a spectator, you need to line up there and watch some of that great kayaking that's going to take place. You know, you've got the kayaking, you've got the dual slalom mountain biking, and then we move over into Vail. You got a lot of climbing going on. So a lot of fun things happening, going on there in Vail Village.
It's going to be so much fun to watch, so much fun to see. Yep. That was an incredible shot of that river. I don't think I could do anything other than stand on the side and watch somebody else go down.
Yep. Well, thanks for tuning in again today to TV8 Good Morning Vail. Please come back tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Awesome, get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vale. Get up, get ready to start your
Love the Good Morning Vail jingle? We want to hear you sing it.